Good afternoon. It is.
Good evening.
Good evening. It's a bit later than we normally do. Sorry, we have had a bit of a mental day.
We have, yeah. We've seen lots of beautiful houses.
We've sat in some beautiful gardens and drank lovely tea.
We've got some average tans. One's fake, one's not.
You've got no tan at all.
I know,
At least I've got a fake tan.
But it's a real.
It's a real pale.
It's a real, yeah.
Which would you rather be, fake brown or real pale? You should see Tilly's ankles. That set the standard of brown in this office. There's a few too many girls with a few too much spray tan, I think, in this office.
It's that hot, I thought I'd get my chest out.
Please don't. Men that do that just need telling. Yeah. No.
No?
No.
No way.
No.
That's
no.
AJ.
You've literally just lost all your viewers now.
Well, it's warm
Every
here.
viewer has stopped watching you now. And who can blame them?
Many would pay for such a...
So, I've got things in the office there. It's a gorgeous day again.
It is. It's going to rain tomorrow morning. Just to...
Right.
No, that's good. It needs to freshen up, doesn't it? And it's been nice again for 10 days, I think.
Well, actually, what we do need, we being local business owners, is for it to rain so all the visitors go into all the shops and restaurants. Not the restaurants, actually, but all the shops.
Into all the shops, yeah.
Can I give a quick shout out as well to Giuseppe Seppi? I can't even say his name. Giuseppe Seppi.
Not what you know, it's who you know, isn't it?
A friend and I went out last night for a meal in Bowness with no reservations in the middle of the season.
Very clever.
And I phoned Seppi and said, actually he didn't answer, so I couldn't say anything, but I wanted to say, can you squeeze me in, please, 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 and he didn't answer, so that meant no. And then I went and knocked on his door and said, at the Urban Food Kitchen, and said, please let me in, and he went, okay then. So we did, we have a really
That
nice
is the
summer.
frustrating thing about how busy it is, that you can't just go out for a nice walk or somewhere and think, oh, we'll go for a drink. You can't get anywhere.
Well, actually, we could have got in the Angel for a drink, but they weren't doing food. Can't get kitchen staff, so they've got food for the hotel guests. She said they were staying there, practically do. But I had.
You can get food for staying there?
Yeah, so they've only got a limited kitchen staff, so they're only supplying food to the people who are actually staying in the Angel. But we ate at the Urban Food Kitchen, and it was beautiful.
What did you have?
Mule with frite. Mule frite. Admiral frite.
Sounds French, I thought it was Italian.
No, Urban Food Kitchen.
Is it not?
No, it's world food. Really lovely food it was. And the lovely Kay waited on us last night. She was very nice. I said, will the chef kill me if I make a change to the menu? And she said, I don't know and I don't care because it's my first night. So I was going to tell him. And I'm sure it'll just be nice to me because it's my first night. And he obviously was.
Why can't you just accept there's a menu?
Because it had bacon in it. Who put bacon in mule frite?
If I knew what it was, I would answer.
Mussels and chips.
That'd be a bacon sandwich.
Mussels and chips with bacon in. You don't want bacon in your mussels, do you? It doesn't go in mussels.
Makes my muscles bigger.
Should we move on? So we had a lovely meeting today with a future friend, actually, because she was lovely.
Is that right?
Yeah, she was lovely. She might not know it yet, but she is lovely.
Just to join your crazy group.
My crazy group of girlfriends, yeah. Yeah, join it at our peril. Your peril, sorry. We sat in her beautiful garden and chatted about the market, whether she should sell. She's at the point in her life with a young daughter, and she's thinking, do I then upgrade now? Because I've got a house that's just about big enough, although they were a little bit bursting at the seams, but just she can probably manage it until the daughter goes to university. Or do I upgrade now and then enjoy the next 20 years of my life in a bigger house? You know, what's the best thing to do at kind of our-ish time of life, my time of life. And so we were saying, and she also said that she had a concern about buying in a market like this because it's a crazy market, and would she pay over the asking price for it, or would she pay over what it's worth? And they're really good considerations, you know, our time of life. And one of the things that I offered was, I think that when you're in your 50s, very early 50s, you've worked really hard. I've worked really hard to get to my early 50s and still survive. I work very hard. All my friends know how hard I work. And therefore you can't get to a point in your life where you think, actually, now I want to reap the rewards of what I've put in. I want to be able to enjoy the rest of my life in somewhere that I've worked for, like my dream home. So if you're not living in your dream home when you're in your 50s and you think about a move, then I think we deserve it. We deserve that.
Do you?
I do. I am living in my dream home, so.
Good. I'm not.
Yet.
But my wife doesn't like me talking about it, so
No.
we'll move on.
And you're about 14, so you've got all the time left still.
14. I don't even know what to say. 14. I would take that.
And then the other reason about maybe not buying or buying in this market, because it's a crazy market.
Yeah. We always get the question, what's going to happen? Is it going to fall off a cliff, or is it going to carry on? And we have the opinion that the Lakes is cheap and still cheap in the market we're in. We have a lot more buyers coming from further afield over the last 12 months, so they are coming from as far as London. And if you look at what you can get in London for 1.5 million compared to what you can get here, we have a huge, a farmhouse coming on with almost 100 acres, and for what you can get for that much land around the Lakes, and if you go on get a terraced house in the centre of London, so we think, and even in Cheshire, what is in Cheshire? Well, I'm going to hold it Cheshire, so. But apart from Bewilderwood, which is an apartment, a amusement park for kids, why would you pay that much to live in Cheshire when you can live up here? So we think.
So there's a vacuum being created, isn't there? Really?
Yeah, and we our prices are going up.
We're pushing prices up.
Yeah, with some homes it's 20% higher than it would be this time last year, and we don't think they're going to fall. We think they will hit a point. Hit a point, and they'll just maintain at that level. I think possibly it will take slightly longer to sell at that price at the moment they fly out, because the number of houses that come on the market will rise and the number of buyers will probably slightly decrease, but we don't expect prices to change much, if at all.
And what's happening is because excuse me.
So sorry, just finish my point. Yeah. So if you're thinking, I'm going to wait till prices drop, they probably won't. So right now, you're selling in a great market in terms of how fast you're going to sell, but you're still going to buy in a market where it's probably never going to get much lower. And we can try and help you do that before they come to market, so before you've got to join in with all the rabble.
You finished your point now? Just
about.
May I speak?
Well, I usually want to finish my point, so I need to get in there.
I need to make the point better than you make the point, that's why. The fact that the market is so buoyant at the moment and so booming, it's a real bull market at the moment, means that people who were ordinarily not going to sell their beautiful home or going to hang on to it for a few more years and then decide, they're the people who are now selling. So the houses that are coming on the market at the moment with us are extraordinary. Some of them haven't sold for, we sold a house today, hadn't sold for 120 years. 120 years. It's a long time.
It is.
Survey's booked. We've also selling another house, been in the family for 200 years. So these are houses that are truly extraordinary, that only are going to market now because of the state of the market. It's tempting those kind of people who maybe don't need to sell but would like to sell. It's tempting those people to the market, and therefore you're going to see a different kind of house on the market now than you would have done a year ago, where it was much more, I'm not going to say run of the mill, because our homes are never run of the mill, but we've just, we've got some huge houses, we've got houses coming with lake frontage, we've got houses coming with extraordinary views, or with huge barns and land and equestrian facilities, houses that people have no idea are there, that are really secret, and as I say, houses that have been in the family for generations. These are very special houses.
Yeah, if you look on average, how many homes over the last 10 years have sold over 1 million in the Lakes, but especially around here, I probably averages out around 6 or 7 a year, and
in the whole of the Lake District National Park.
Yeah, and over the last 6 months, there's probably been 20 or 30 just sold in those 6 months. So that's the level difference of homes that are coming to market.
So there's two things, isn't there? One is the homes that were previously worth under 1 million, now worth 1 million or more.
Yeah.
And also the homes that come into market are a different calibre.
There's definitely a higher calibre of home.
Definitely higher calibre of home,
yeah.
Yeah, because if you've got a 3, 4, 5 million pound home and you're financially secure and you don't need to sell it, well, what is going to tempt you to sell it? This market could tempt you to sell it. So we're speaking to both people really. One is if you're buying, although you've got a limited choice, you've got some amazing homes to choose from right now, but be quick.
And coming.
And if you're selling, and capitalising on this market, then we need to talk about a current valuation, because even if we gave you a valuation a couple of months ago, that valuation may well have changed now. So let's come and talk to you. We have valued a house very recently that we valued when we first opened Ashdown Jones at 1.25. We valued last year at 1.6 and this year at 2.25. So that is an extraordinary increase, life-changing increase for the owners.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, have a chat with us. Give us a call, 015 394 888 and we'll be happy to have a chat confidentially about your plans and how we might be able to help you.